although I didn't graduate, college gave me a great experience that really broadened my horizons and helped me to understand that just because I couldn't walk didn't mean that I didn't have the ability to achieve and achieve on a higher level. I was on Dean's List. I did a lot of good things, when I was in school, and I definitely appreciate that time, and I hope and encourage that all you guys go to school. But the biggest education that you guys really need to be stressed about, even beyond, your book learning, is really knowing yourself. Knowing what you want out of life, knowing what makes you happy, knowing what really motivates you, and knowing where you want to be. Because there's nothing, worse than looking back on your life and regretting, that you should have did this or I should have did that. When you have youth on your side, when you have you got time on your side. You have the opportunities where you can spend great deals of time learning because you don't have responsibilities of taking care of a household and children and paying bills. So right now is the time for you to really get to understand yourself and what you want for your life, so that when you do become an adult, that you wind up doing the things that you love doing. Some people go to work 9 to 5 and they hate their jobs, and sometimes they get stuck in it. But again, being young and being able to kind of plot where you really want to. Maybe you don't get exactly there. You say, well, I want to be a doctor. Maybe you don't become a doctor, but you work in the medical field and you make a great living. Or maybe you say, I want to be a singer. Maybe you don't become exactly, some superstar, but you work in some type of industry which allows you to be involved in entertainment. So it's really best right now to really, really know what you want to do, so that you can actually end up doing that. Now, there's other things that can come into play that can derail, your future, like, a moment of violence, to where, you get to the age where, you're starting to see, you might hear on the news, this kid got shot, or that kid got shot, or this girl ended up missing. And so you get to the point where, the stakes are getting higher, where, when you were a kid, you might get a little bit, the only thing you worried about is getting punishment, or are you going to get a dessert, or are you going to get to see this movie? It's getting to the point now, the things you get involved in, if you get involved in the wrong things, you can lose your life, or, like they were showing, I know I saw a guy here, they were showing he had a tattoo, kill or be killed, and that's for people who choose to live a street life. You want to sell drugs, you want to rob people like you think is an easy thing, but then, especially young guys, they like stealing cars, things like that. And, and all this stuff, it may seem like fun, but at the end of the day, it can be something that can kill you, or you can go to jail for the rest of your life. I didn't, even girls, I know girls like fighting, they like, they do, and sometimes, you hear girls, they're a little more vicious than the guys. They might pull out a razor blade or a knife. And so it's just about making the right choices. Like, you can think something is cool or really important right now, but it's really not, because, y'all got another 70, 80 years to live, And so when you faced with something that you really think is not in your best interest, it's not in your best benefit. When your friends come knock on your door to say, hey, let's go rob somebody tonight because we broke. We need to get them new Jordans. You say, nah, I'm gonna get a job so I can get me some Jordans. So maybe I'm gonna do good. So maybe my mom will cop me something, or my dad. Rather than taking a lot of things in your own hands and in the wrong way. There's a lot of people that came to shock trauma that ain't make it out of it, and I'm happy I did, and it's like you don't always end up in shock trauma from violence. It could be just an accident, and even with that too, your life's not over, because a lot of people, y'all gonna look back on this day, maybe 10 years from now, you're not gonna be the same person, or maybe somebody in your family may experience a tragedy, and that's something that you're gonna have to deal with, and you gotta understand that life goes on after that. Even if you did get hurt, there's more to life than just how should I put it? Like it's more to life than just who you physically are. Like I can't walk but I'm still a man, I'm still a father, I'm still a son, I'm still a friend. I can still do anything, you know, and you know, you things change. You know, you're not always going to be this young vibrant kid. You know, as circumstances change, but you still always have to make the best decisions for yourself. And it starts right now. You know, like I always promote, people should read every day. You know, I think you should read books about whatever you. If you want to be a beautician, read all the books. Go get the beautician book, the big old book. Go through and see what they're talking about there. If you want to be a barber, go look at the YouTube and see guys cutting hair. If you want to be a mechanic, check out somebody fixing dirt bikes, making bikes. If you want to be an entrepreneur, look up Donald Trump, see how he made his money, or whoever else, you know. I mean, I'm just like that. All I'm saying is, you know, everybody got somewhere some type of way. And so you can get to those same places. You just got to find your way, you know. I don't know how much time I got, but I guess I was asking, anybody got any questions? Yes, ma'am. You raised your hand.
You did raise your hand. Your hand.
Oh, she gave me the thing out. Can I get a turn?
There's a question right here.
Yes, ma'am. What's your name? Angel. Nice to meet you, Angel. Well, like I explained, some guys just shot me when I was leaving the nightclub. I was at a place called Hammerjack. Y'all way too young to remember that. It was actually where the Raven Stadium is now. I just walked out the club and I was walking down the street. Some guy just was like, "Hey, you'll pass me a gun so I can shoot him." And I thought they were just gonna rob me maybe, and so I was trying to give them my stuff, but you know they decided to shoot me. And like I said, he left me for dead. Somebody picked me up.
Who picked you up?
A guy, they say he worked the shock trauma. He just was random. I don't even know. I was just laying in the gutter. He just pulled up, jumped out the car, picked me up, put me in his car, brought me here. And that was it.
I can take one more question and I think we have to wrap it up for the bus.
Is he ever gonna walk again?
I can walk. You know, it's hard. I be going to therapy. It takes a lot of hard work. I do walk. It's not easy, but I'm gonna walk. I might not run, but I'm gonna walk.
Can we all say thank you?
Thank you.